Hey guys, I had a good response to the tutorial video I made on mixing drums in the box by using Slate Drums 4 and also the Slate Digital plugin. So I thought I'd make a follow-up video where I just went through the presets to the new Lord-Alge expansion pack and just give you a quick video where I just show you each of the presets and I'll allow you to hear for yourself all that it has to offer. So I'm going to use the mixing setup that I had yesterday and just go through the presets now. Here we go. All right, so I went ahead and loaded up the first preset, CLA Rock 1. And what I'm going to do, so you can listen to these, I'll go through each one of these 13 presets. I'm going to switch over from the kit view now to the cell view, specifically so you can see which samples are being used for each preset. So he's got the DW kick going on, and DW snare and the dong snare. There's really one hi-hat in the pack and then a couple different crashes to use. So here's the first preset. Here's the CLA Rock 2. Here's the CLA Rock 3. You can see different snares, different kicks are being used. Here's how it sounds. Here's the CLA Rock 4. CLA Rock 5. One thing I want to point out is for these kick drums, he's using a lot of these DW kick drums. What you might not recognize immediately is that these are different based on his different beaters that he's using, like a hard beater or a felt beater, and then some of them have snare bleed that comes along with them. Some of them don't. So that's the difference. There is a fair amount of different kick drums that you can use, even though most of them are basically different variations of the DW22 and DW24. So here's the fifth one of the presets. CLA Rock 6, as you can see, as an auxiliary snare or as a layer, the Lord-Alge likes to use the dong snare on almost all these presets, with just a few so far that have used other ones. He usually changes this the main snare sample up and then just uses this one as a layer. So here's the sixth one. CLA Rock 7. I just wanted to point out with these ones, I wanted to show you the difference of the drums that are being layered. Here's the DW24 with a hard beater. You can hear the ambient room effects going with it. Then if you listen to the layered kick drum, this one's dry. It doesn't have the room mics with it. Has some overhead, but not the room. Some effects. That's the Sony reverb. And here are the snares. They're very different, but have a nice blend together. Here they are separate. All right, now I'll play the whole kit so you can hear the groove. Rock 8, pretty straightforward. I'll just play for you. CLA Rock 9, one thing I noticed straight away is the difference between the snare samples that are being layered. There's the Black Beauty snare sample that's pretty tight and high-pitched. And that's contrasted here with the Pearl snare. And then the same with the kick drums. So here's the whole kit together. This is CLA Rock 10. One thing you'll notice that's different about from this one compared to the previous 9 presets is there's 3 snares being layered here. Each a little bit different. If you look at the manual or look at the mixer, what you see is you have 3 top mics, but then there's 2 more top mics that are the top mic B. I think he was using 157 for the one top mic in the video. You can go and watch it on the Steven Slate Drums website, where they showed them recording the samples. And the second one was some condenser microphone, I think a small diaphragm from Shure or something like that. However, it looks like they only recorded the third snare drum with one of the top mics, and the second top mic is not included. Same thing goes for the bottom mic as well. You can look at the manual and see exactly which snare drums have which microphones on them. I don't remember off the top of my head, but you can look there to find that out. So here's the third one with the 3 snares. CLA Rock 11, just a few more to go here of the presets. CLA Rock 12. Alright, so here's the last of the presets, the CLA Rock 13. So that's all the presets. Before I finish the video, I want to show you guys also the toms. These are the DW toms. I have them routed coming out here, not onto the separate auxiliary tracks, just straight on this instrument track, but they're still going through my drum bus. So they're pretty, the way I'm playing them back is pretty raw, not mixed. So there's the 10-inch. 12 inches. And of course, when you're using these in a mix, I'd probably do some same kind of parallel compression I've got going on here, and same kind of using the virtual console collection, the virtual tape machines, 1176 compression, and SSL channels to mix those. What I want to point out here, and why that might be confusing for people, is why they're numbered T1 and why they're duplicates of the DW12. If you look at the, let me switch back over here, in settings to the kit view, so you can see down here, how this works is he has Tom 1, Tom 2, Tom 3, Tom 4. So there's different samples here, and you would want to load the appropriate one for, let's say you want to use the 12-inch, and you want to use it in this configuration in the stereo field. You'd want to load this one. However, if you want it to be in this position in the stereo field, you'd want to load the other sample. So that's good that he included those, so you're not putting something that doesn't make sense in the stereo field in the wrong location. So just look out for that when you're using it. I also want to show you the ride symbol. So that's the ride. Crashes, there's several. And similar to the toms, where he has these labeled as left and right, just so you make sure you have the, if you're listening over headphones, you could tell that these two symbols are on the right side of the stereo field, and these two are on the left. So if you would want to load the appropriate one to make sure that it sounds good if you're playing E drums or something like that. I guess that's really it. Not everybody, when they're going to buy the sample pack, is going to use the presets. You might just want to purchase it and use the individual snares and layer your own drums, come up with your own ideas. Another thing is you can use these samples with a combination of the SSD 4 Deluxe snares, and also the if you have the signature ones. Some people are going to say that there's not a lot of variety in the CLA pack. I've read a lot of people complaining about that on the forums. I think that it's definitely aimed to capture that pop rock sound, and does so to my ears as well as anything, if not better than many of the other sample packs from Slate drums, or a lot of the other companies as well. I don't think there's the kind of variety as some of the other things, like the classic collection from Slate that has Red Hot Chili Pepper kind of drums versus AC/DC, Steely Dan, Green Day. and think of things like the Zeppelin kits are make the classic collection very versatile for many different styles of music, from reggae to rock to everything like the Steely Dan kit. And he also includes in the deluxe some things that can be used, brushes for jazz and stuff like that. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. You got to hear a lot of different sounds and got a better idea for what's really in the CLA expansion library. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions or recommendations or other things you'd like to hear, feel free to let me know. I'll try my best to try some other things out for you. Take care. One thing that I forgot to mention is that I didn't discuss how I was mixing the drums coming out of the SSD4 sampler. If you're interested in seeing how I was mixing it, please check out my video tutorial where I go into more depth on how I like to mix drums in the box. Thanks.